Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. As you can no doubt see, we have some trees down that we need to clean up. If you were here for the last video, you saw me with the use of the D6 and a long cable get these 3 trees down. And as I said in that video, it really gave me no pleasure whatsoever taking these down because I loved having them right in front of the house. They were awesome for shade. They even looked, pretty good, but they were well past mature. Centers are getting all rotten in them. Got ants and stuff running up and down, and it was just time to get them on the ground before they ended up on the roof of the house and we were having to pull them, cut them off the roof due to being blown over in a storm or what have you. But anyway, to help me clean the mess up, I'm going to use the new Kubota L4701 tractor. I'll also give you guys a pretty honest review of this thing to date. I'll let you know what my thoughts are on it, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, what I think could be made better. BH92 Backhoe attachment on it. We got the pallet forks on the front right now. Also have a bucket for it. But yeah, we got about 30 hours on to this point, and like I say, I'll give you guys kind of an honest rundown of what I like, what I don't like, kind of my impression of it as a whole. But first I need to get some work done. I'm going to start cutting some of these limbs off, and then we'll start using the tractor to shuttle those off to the burn pile. Okay, now we've got our first load of branches. Let's take it out to the burn pile. And this will lead me right into one of the gripes I do have about this tractor. One of the things I do like about it is the display area is very clear, very self-explanatory. But we replaced a 1950s Farmall Super M with this tractor. And the Super M, just being a larger chassis machine, has a taller operator's platform than what this does. And you can see I've only got the branches piled up about as high as what the back rack on the fork frame is. And you're just sitting so low in this operator seat due to the design of this tractor that it doesn't take many branches before it kind of obstructs your forward view. Now, is that a downfall of the machine, of the tractor? Not really. It's just that it's, different from what I'm used to. I will tell you one thing I do like about this is this hydrostatic drive. This is your foot pedal. Push the front pedal to go forward and then push the rear pedal to go back. And I was a bit apprehensive about hydrostatic drive at first because all the old stuff I run is all just straight gears with a clutch, but so far I am pretty well satisfied with that hydrostatic setup. You have a low, medium, and high range transmission. You put this thing down in low, you can really creep into like a pile of dirt with the bucket or something, and it's got really good power, nice slow ground speed, some pretty good torque. And then medium is just a good all-around working range. That's what I was in just now. High range, good for road travel, stuff like that, but do like that hydrostatic drive. Okay, that's 2 loads of branches out to the pile. I'll give you my second gripe on this one. I don't like the way the exhaust runs down and out the front of the engine and just kind of sprays out here. I'm used to tractors having vertical stacks and it exits well above you. I do actually pick up quite a bit of exhaust blowing back from this, and it does kind of get you in the operator's platform under certain conditions. So that is one gripe that I really don't like about the tractor. Now let's talk lifting capacity. Saw log like that, solid oak, the Kubota can take 2 of those at a time, but it is heavy. That's about 8.5 feet long, and I'd say 14 inches in diameter, probably closer to 16 at the other end. The Super M that tractor replaced can haul 3 of those easy. So lifting capacity on that little Kubota is not what the old Super M could achieve with that heavy Quaker loader. Granted, Super M's a bit bigger tractor than what that little Kubota is, but we're going kind of easy on it. Like I say, we could take 2 of those at one time. We're choosing to do 1. It doesn't really matter. We're not under the gun for production. So all in all, for the size of that little tractor, really I can't really knock it for that. That's really not that bad. So lifting capacity is all right, but I think we're going to get that Super M resurrected again, because sometimes you just need to lift heavy stuff. Well, that about does it. Sun's starting to get low in the west, so it's a good time to have the job done, and we got the entire mess cleaned up. Still don't know what we're going to do with these with this big stump yet. I know we're not going to try digging it out. We might leave it for now, or I'm thinking of getting it ground. I'll just have to chop it off lower and see if a stump grinder comes in, but boy, is it ever wide open around here without those trees. Anyway, finished the review on the L4701. Really no other gripes on the tractor itself. Drives nice, runs nice, always starts. I had that hydraulic leak down here with the loose clamp at about 12-14 hours. I can't really remember now, but we got a little over 30 on it after what we did today, and no other problems at all. So that's good. Quick review of the backhoe. One gripe about it. It really, well, kind of 2, but my one is because it is just spool valves in here that hold all these various components in position. There's always the opportunity for fluid to leak past the valve and the valve bore, and if I don't keep this ratchet strap on these stabilizers, they will drift down. So that's just one thing. I've just kind of had that on there just to make sure they stay up. That way, if you park it next to something for a couple days, none of those will drift down, and you don't have the opportunity to forget to raise them and, damage and everything else. So I'm thinking about just getting some kind of a, like a flat piece of nylon strap that I can just have a fixed hook on each end. So when I roll them up, I can just hook it, and then they can settle out, tension it up. But for now, the ratchet strap's been doing just fine. So the only other gripe, kind of a gripe, but kind of not, I should start out by saying you have to remember this is a backhoe attachment. It's not a dedicated backhoe machine. So it's not going to have the capabilities of a dedicated backhoe machine. But for what it is, I must say I've been well pleased with it. The only thing I would like to see, or I would like to have, I should say, as we come around here, is more than just one single hydraulic line feeding this entire valve bank. Because you're only feeding it with one line, you cannot run several different functions at once. You can run 2 different functions. When you start trying to run 3 at once, things really start slowing down because you just don't have the hydraulic supply to run all of these cylinders at the same time. So you cannot swing the boom, lift the boom, run the stick in or out, and or curl the bucket all at the same time. But if you get where you really need a lot of power, you just need to slow down and only run 1 function or max 2 at a time. Larger units that Kubota makes have 2 lines that feed this bank. One line will do all your boom functions, the other line will do all your stick functions. I would like to have that on this, but with that being said, this is a backhoe attachment. So anyone that is used to running a dedicated, like a real backhoe or a track hoe, probably is not going to be happy with this setup. Me personally, having never had a backhoe of any type before, honestly, I love it. This has already saved me so much hassle, aggravation, time, wear and tear on other equipment and myself. I love this thing. I love the thumb, and bucket curl on this is awesome. There is so much power in that bucket curl. Being on this L4701 tractor, which is the smallest model of tractor that this BH92 will fit, I can actually curl the bucket. Like if I'm trying to break like a stubborn root on a stump, I can curl the bucket and skid the whole tractor backwards if I'm not careful. So power of this backhoe is very well matched, or even exceeds what this kind of smallish tractor is. So all in all, pretty happy with the backhoe unit. Just the transport's drifting down and additional hydraulic flow to the whole system. That's the only 2 things that I can improve on. So now that I've got that long-winded spiel out of the way, that's my review on the L4701. All in all, I am pretty satisfied with that tractor, but I can tell it's not going to be a complete 100%, dang mosquito, 100% replacement for the Farmall Super M. We are going to have to get in, figure out why that engine started knocking, and get that thing back into service. But for smaller jobs, for convenience, and for digging, I love that Kubota. So, and we got the entire triple tree, triple oak cleaned up. It's been a long day. I'm getting tired, so it's time to run that orange tractor into the shed. Call it a day. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you back again.